What's going on, guys? We're back to check the beehives. What week is this?
I think it's week 6.
Week 6.
Wow.
We've jumped around in weeks because the first week we waited about 2 weeks to even check it, to let them calm down, settle. Rad's already put on last week the
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Just after our last video, I was asking about, because I didn't even know, it was time to go ahead and put on the second brood chambers. So that's mainly what I want to check on today. Start with hive number 2 this time, because I would like to see if their brood is doing a little better. They've always been a bit light.
Yeah, we've already got that second hive on.
Yep.
We did make these lids, and we do have to make them with a little bit more tolerance. Well, they're already climbing up, it seems.
Oh yeah, they've been climbing up for a while. In here that we really want to see. That one they're not working yet. This one looks like they might have just started. Maybe just a little bit pulling on it. Yeah, just a little bit.
Is that light color on there?
Yes. Yeah, and if you look from the side, you can kind of see that it's a little tiny bit worked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they don't seem to mind the black foundation. That's a good thing. I heard stories about some bees not even touching them.
Now the black foundation also helps on the brood to spot the eggs because they're bright white.
Oh yeah. Oh, this one's much better. Wow.
Oh, they're working it pretty good.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, nice.
And a lot of syrup in that one. We're not going to feed them again. Looks like they're doing fine just on their own. Wow.
So they're already sticking them together. Oh, that's looking fancy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they don't mind that black at all.
No. That's beautiful. That egg's all around the center.
I like
well.
this picture too, because you got like 4 different color bees.
Mm-hmm.
All just kind of huddled together.
So it looks like whatever their problem was, it's getting better.
Now some of these cells on the bottom look like they're a little bit larger around.
They are. They're probably going to be drone.
Still haven't seen the queen, but we really don't look for her all that much.
No, not as long as I can see. Good looking eggs. And she's probably just gotten up here.
It looks like an older bee.
Yeah, no fuzz on that one.
That's how you kind of tell the ages of them.
They start when they're first born. They've got a huge amount of fuzz up top here. That one's a much younger one, but not a newborn. And then once they get really old, they've got almost nothing.
They don't seem to mind us. Look, I mean, you see all their little heads popping up.
Yeah, oh, there it is. Get a little more smoke in there for you. I'm starting to work this one out really good. Oh, she's laid in here. There is no way she's laid that much. Wow. I wonder where the pupa are.
I don't see any cats.
Not up here at least. Unless she started further this way. I'm not real good at spotting her yet. If somebody sees her, let us know.
This one was a lighter color, and they don't have the definitive stripes on the abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the queens aren't marked because generally people mark those for breeding purposes or queen tracking. Yeah, we're not about that. There's those eggs.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they are.
Tiny grains of rice in the bottom there.
See if I can fucking zoom, baby. Can't really see it on the screen, but it's there.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're drawing that comb out nicely.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is they've drawn out all this comb faster than they drew out 2 frames in the past 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Again, eggs. She's doing well wherever she's hiding.
I don't think the honey itself doesn't actually have, I mean, it's got pollen from their feet, but I don't think they actually put it in the honey, do they?
Not that I'm aware of. No, it's just the nectar. They dry it out. And they put the cap on it so that they can store it forever. And this one's all resources. Oh, look at that almost gray pollen in that one. Cell right in there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I think that's the stuff that when they were pulling it in, it looked just white.
Yeah, these pollinized cells they call what, bee bread. What's that they use for their newborns? I don't remember.
Yes. And it's just pollen. You mix it with nectar, let it ferment a little bit. There we go. Yeah, they're looking good, and they're just starting to do side 2 frames. So it's not ready to put a honey super on yet, but I am definitely going to stop feeding them at this point.
So there's these little beads. I don't know if they're just putting pollen there. It's kind of odd. We're not seeing a whole lot of evidence of mites or anything like that.
No.
I think once they get stronger midway through the year, we could do a mite check.
We will. Look at all that pollen numbering in there.
Yeah, they're even starting. You can see them fanning in there. I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera because of the shadow. They're definitely fanning.
That one's actually helping orientate.
Oh yeah, the pheromone.
It had its rear up way high and bent at that very last segment.
Yeah.
And that's where the gland is that the pheromone comes out of.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we could.
I don't think I've ever seen one come in with pollen and start doing that. We're going to go ahead and leave them alone, and let's go to the other side. Alright, now we're going to open up hive number 1, and we're going to just check the top box because we know we have a laying king, and we just want to see how much they filled this one in the last 2 weeks.
You definitely tell the difference between our boxes and the Chinese ones.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try eventually sanding these down a little more, see if we can get them to match a little bit.
Yeah, and the handle holds I do not like on the China ones.
No.
Ours
They're
are
a lot easier to grab a hold of.
Yeah, ours are more defined. Yeah, and Papa Red has his bees he feeds. He also lives in California, and we're thinking that maybe they just don't have the water close enough. Holy.
Either that or, you know, they may not be having a big flow right now.
Right,
They may
right.
be in the dirt. I'm not sure. It's not my region. I know we've got one that's supposed to be, well, if it hasn't already started, any day now. Looking at the amount of pollen, I'll say that it's going.
It looks like they've really drawn that one
No,
out.
they haven't touched that, just slightly. But not enough to really care about. That one's still pretty empty too.
Now you do have a water source in your front yard, and we'll cut to some footage of that pond.
I love the pond.
Got some nice koi in it. A lot of goldfish.
It's kind of dirty right now, but that's what this weekend will be about, is cleaning that as well.
Now the pond also's got algae bloom. It's about that time of year that
Yeah, it
the
is. That's why I have to take care of it.
algae springs up, which helps to feed the fish.
Also plugs my filters.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's part of the issue why it's so dirty right now, is over the week it got real gummed up. They haven't started on this one either, so they're at about the same stage as the other one,
Yeah.
because they're drying here. Again, just slightly, but it won't take them long.
Right. That looks good.
Yeah, it does. Huh? We got nectar and a little tiny bit of pollen in this one. Just a tiny bit though.
I definitely hear the buzz of these bees has gone up. Let me see if I can get a shot of all these little guys here.
Now look at them buzz around here. Let me open the doorway for them a little bit.
Yeah. Could be because they're coming back, and it looks like a lot of them are going in. So yeah, they were just confused because we're standing in front of the doorway.
Oh my god. That was a bit heavier.
They're out gathering resources, trying to bring it back.
Oh, there's our problem. Eggs.
My kick. Got eggs. I see glimmer, so they're definitely putting something in these.
The middle ones I've got eggs in. The outer ones resources like usual. Makes it easier for the nurse bees if they don't have to run all the way up and around to find a little bit to feed. That explains why the traffic's been a lot higher if they're already laying up here. I don't know if I expected that or not. Which I'm glad I ended up putting these other boxes on.
Well, it's interesting how this area here. There's no bees there, but it's all eggs. Like, what do you think that is? The heat? They're trying to keep them a little cool from not being on them?
You know, with it being in the, what, high 80s now?
I'm gonna try to pull this off.
And we have been watching them fan a little bit at the entrance.
Oh, yeah, that is soft.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they've pretty much drawn this out completely. And you kind of tell like how this comb up at the top looks deeper than this comb out here.
Mm-hmm. Usually the cells are just a little bit bigger as well because they can store more in there and they don't need as much here for a new bee. So they are smart enough to even handle that.
Nice bee pile going on up here.
Yeah.
See how most of these bees just kind of stay in one spot for a good duration? Yeah, the queen doesn't do that.
This one was well connected on the bottom. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of bee bread.
Yeah. This one appears to be... wow, I thought it was all resources. We got larvae up here, it looks like. Yeah, all up here and a little on the bottom corner. That seems kind of weird. Looks like except for the center.
And these frames also, I believe, leave this little cutout here at the bottom so that they have a little access point.
Some of them don't have it, I've noticed.
Yeah, because you'll see in even a lot of the actual hives, that if they have large comb, they'll chew holes in the middle of it just so they could get from one side to the other. And they're already starting to fill.
You know what?
You kind of see this top corner where they're starting to fill past this plastic.
Yeah, if they don't need the extra space, they'll turn it into comb.
Yeah, they draw it out nicely.
We're gonna do a full inspection in 2 weeks, and we'll pull all that out then.
Some bees there.
Yeah, it's fine. They can actually take quite a bit more punishment than I thought. Again, larvae, a few days old, eggs, resources around the edge. Yeah, I think they're doing relatively well. There are no eggs on this one. We've got resources up top.
How many bees do you think are in each one of these hives so far?
You know, I'd have to sit down and go do the math. I'm not good at this yet. I'm being warned.
Yeah, there's a lot of fanning happening. Uh-oh.
Halfway across. Butt out, fanning hard.
Oh yeah, all of them down here are. They're just getting a bit annoyed.
Yeah, we may not do the second box this time. Get used to the idea a little better.
And because of the filming, we have it open a little bit longer than we usually would.
These are drying out well. Looks like they're just going to be resources. A little bit of syrup in there, but not a lot. But they're doing well. And then on this one, it looks like that first one over there. We got just a little tiny bit drawn out there. If you get the light just right.
Yeah, I see it just on the top half.
Yeah. And then over here, absolutely nothing. Next frame, nothing. Alright.
Yeah, go from building metal and things like that. The first lid we made, that Papa Rat has. Yeah. Well, that lid we made, it was almost too tight. It matched the top of the box exactly. And we didn't put in a whole lot of wiggle room. Looks good, but it was awfully hard to get it on.
Oh yeah.
And we've done the same thing with the wood. Tolerances can be a whole lot more than 1,000 than
we were pretty
used to.
Spot on.
Yep, learn to have some wiggle room with beehives. You need to on the
wiggle room.
Yeah, you need to on the top. Makes it easier for inspections.
I'm trying to get these all lined up right. I think that was part of the issue, was because of that feeder. This top box was off like just a bit.
Yeah.
And now it's a little.
Still a big gap right here. Okay.
I'll be pushing these back now.
He said bee pushing.
Gotta love the bee puns. Even when you're not trying, you do bee puns.
Now, while we may be new beehive people, we do know a lot of information.
Oh yeah.
So I think we will be doing a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, put it down in the comments below. We'll come out with a video with a Q&A.
Yeah.
Share some of the information that we've learned.
Learned quite a bit in the last month. Or nearly a month. Okay, you guys go back down.
Yeah, because of our backgrounds, Rad and I research things pretty extensively. So we've researched this for a good, well, myself, at least a good year and a half.
Got at least 2 working hard at it.
I only rolled 1.
Yeah, it's better than that first time. Almost rolled another one, I felt it.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a like. And if you want to see future content, please subscribe. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.